What's good, Black Star Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Jared, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about something that I've seen over the past couple of days that's been talked about, and that is Chrysler, or I should say, not Chrysler. Stellantis is quote unquote going to be shutting down Chrysler. So let's get into this. Now,
I do like Mopars. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and sugarcoat it. I love Mopar cars. Okay, especially the Hellcats, Demon, not the new Demon, the old Demon, the 2018 Demon. I like Chrysler products. I know they're trash, especially when it comes to electronics. I know that. I already know that. So, whatever y'all got to say about Chrysler's garbage, we don't want to talk about this. Well, I'm going to talk about it today because I feel like as a brand, Chrysler, as a brand from Stellantis in combination with Dodge and Jeep, Chrysler should have not failed. Chrysler should have not failed. Now, over the past few years, we've seen
The Chrysler brand,
quote unquote
die because of I'm going to say this: poor management with
their lineup, no innovations, no new technology.
no new innovation in cars, nothing spectacular like Dodge when they came out with the Demon, with the Hellcats, with nor like Jeep when they came out with the Trackhawks or any of that sort of thing. Chrysler failed due to poor vision, poor execution upon the part of their CEOs and executives. They failed due to them. Now, I'm going to show a vehicle that was very prominent in 2004. If you played Midnight Club 3 dubbed edition, you know exactly what Chrysler product I'm talking about. The Chrysler ME 412. This is a Chrysler quad turbocharged V12 supercar. It was a concept in 2004. They released this concept. Now, this concept could have been Chrysler's saving grace over the past few years. This one supercar, if they would have launched this supercar would have been at the equal heights that the Bugatti, that Koenigsegg, that SSC that they built from a major conglomerate in the automotive industry. This car could have saved that entire brand before it got bought by Stellantis and basically got sidelined while it made money off of the Dodge products. Now, Stellantis owns everything from Lancia, Alfa Romeo, Fiat, Abarth, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, basically anything Mopar they own. Basically anything Italian or European they technically own outside of Volkswagen, Porsche, Audi, and Volkswagen, Porsche, Audi, and Volkswagen, Porsche, Audi. There's another one. Um, it's one of them. I can't think off the top of my head. Or the BMW group, which is Mini, BMW, and Rolls Royce. Outside of them, they did Chrysler could have made a substantial amount of money off of this car, and they could have saved the entire brand. They could have built SUVs. They could have built more. They could have built the SUV based off of the Durango platform. They could have built a more luxurious SUV off of the Durango or the Jeep platform. They could have launched an upgraded version, a more luxurious version of the Jeep Wagoneer, Jeep Grand Wagoneer. They could have came up with something to save this brand. This car could have saved their brand. They could have done any other thing that could have saved this fucking brand. But no. Let's go to Chrysler's website right now, cause this actually pissed me off. Let's go to Chrysler's website. Now look at this. The only products they're selling is the Pacifica and the Chrysler 300. These are the only three cars that they're selling. And then they literally got rid of the 200 a few years ago. This is terrible. For 50, they could have built the Hellcat 300. They could have built. You have multiple YouTubers online actively building Chrysler 300 Hellcats. Literally, Hellcat 300s. Hell, you know what they could have done? They could have built the Hellcat powered wagon, like the Dodge Magnum. They could have built They could have built a better version of the Chrysler. They could have built a Chrysler. They could have built a Dodge Magnum wagon with the Hellcat power, with the Hemi power. They could have built something. You're telling me that you, as a company, couldn't have even piggyback off of your greatest success, which is the Hellcat engine. Hell, you ain't even got to put the Hellcat engine in it. The new twin turbo Hurricane engine, y'all could put in this car. But no, this is the goofy shit I'm talking about. Now, how is it that you have so many other companies willing to put a big ass engine in a small car? I am literally willing to. If I had the money, I would pay for a Hellcat 300. I would. I would pay for a Hellcat 300. I would even pay for a Hurricane powered 300 with 500 horsepower. I would pay for it. All-wheel drive, 500 horsepower. I would pay for it. I will pay for all-wheel drive inline 6 powered Magnum wagon. I would do all of that. There's no way that Chrysler should have failed with the Chrysler. They could have came out with a luxury car. They could have revived the Chrysler Imperial name badge. They could have did that. A long wheelbase sedan, twin turbo V6. They could have built a twin turbo V6 all-wheel drive Chrysler Chrysler Imperial sedan that rivals the BMW 7 Series, that rivals the that rivals the Cadillac long wheelbase sedans. That because they have multiples, so I'm not even gonna mention all of them. They could have rivaled the Rolls Royce. They could have rivaled everything with a twin turbo V6 with all wheel drive, with upgrades of luxury that will make that car stand out to everybody. Saying that is a Chrysler, good God, I will drive that. This company failed due to their own lack of creativeness, lack of resolve, or I should say lack of will to succeed as a company. You could have took that trash ass Pentastar V6, rebuilt it from the ground up, redesigned it, made it something unique. Twin turbo V6, twin turbo 3.8 liter V6 with over 500 horsepower, all wheel drive, and built it to where it will be indestructible. Something unique, something new, something that we've never seen before. You're coming out with all these electric cars. You could even build a Chrysler 300 EV, Chrysler Imperial EV. You could have built something. You failed as a company because you refused to vision something unique, something that could have saved your company. You failed due to your neglect, and it is really pissed me off to the point where I'm mad as hell because this car company is legendary. This car company is one of the longest lived companies. They've had their share of downfalls, but this car company could be one of the greatest that's ever lived. And you continuously let this company die due to your neglect and arrogance. You have a platform that you're coming out with that you can literally build a good platform off of. You have a good engine that you're coming out with great engines. You have a good engine on the market already. The Hellcat and the Elephant engine. I don't understand these companies. I really don't. You have a good product. You have a product that you have on hand. If you sculpt a body around that engine, you could come up with something so unique that it will sell off of the showroom floor. Literally, you sold a 807 horsepower Demon in 2018, and people are still buying those cars. You built a Challenger into a 800 horsepower monster, and Challengers are heavy as fuck. You can't tell me that you could have came up with something unique. Instead of it being burly and aggressive, it could have been something smooth, elegant, and luxurious. I don't get that. They failed due to themselves. And I refuse to accept the fact that there's nothing that they could have done, because there's a shit ton of stuff they could have did. And you're telling me that, oh, we're going to have to shut down our Chrysler plant. Our Chrysler plants because we failed as a company to come up with something to keep our customers infatuated with Chrysler. You got Dodge coming out with a Dodge Ram Ram 1500 EV. And this thing looks amazing. But yet, nobody's talking about it. You could have built a V8 Cummins powered, V8, 5-liter V8 Cummins powered, you could have built a V8 Cummins powered truck. Something unique. I don't get you guys. I really don't. Y'all really piss me the fuck off with this shit. You've got Toyota coming out with a new Stout. You've got so many people still buying. You've got Ford coming out with the new 20 with the new Dark Horse Mustang. You've got all these people doing this, and yet nobody is talking about it. No, you did nothing to save your company. You failed upon yourself. And I hope that Chrysler doesn't go out of business because of this. I hope it doesn't. I really hope. But anyways, guys, like, subscribe to the channel. Support the podcast on Spotify.com. Obviously, guys, on the flip side, thank you for listening to this video.